I'm going to be showing you how to use triggers such as color, move, spawn, and pulse. You can change it to the background using the little plus icon, which will change the background color over the duration set in it, which you can see in the line after it. I'm going to make one for the ground. Which you can see now. And another one for the roof, which can only be seen in certain game modes. Now I'm going to change the color to a nice green color. You can see it transition to that nicely. If you place it before and it has a 0 time, it will start at the start level, but since that's the time, it won't do that. I'm going to move it farther into the level, and now you can see it in action. And it'll stay this color until it's changed another time, which you can do with pulses. Pulses are like color triggers, but they only go for a certain amount of time, which has a fade in, which is the amount of time it takes to change the color, a hold, which is the amount of time it stays that color, and a fade out, which is the amount of time it takes for it to go back to the original color. I'm going to choose a nice tealish color that's pretty bright so it can pop. And I'm going to put in the time of 20, 30, and 10. Now you can see that work. But it's a little slow, so I'm going to speed it up by shortening the times. And fade and hold. But not the fade out. Now it's more like a pop. And I'm going to spread these out along every time you press the jump button. Which I'm going to do really quickly. And now you can see that working. Now I'm going to copy over some of the triggers and show you how they work with other blocks. You have to give them a color idea in the edit object part. For this one I'm going to do 2 and have it start as a blue. Now if you grab a pulse trigger and put the channel ID as the same as the object, which is 2. Now I'm going to make a quick pulse and change it to a dark blue color. You can also use the play music button to show the triggers going. That's just an example, so I'm going to delete it. Looks like I forgot one at the second jump. I add that in real quick. Now I'm going to grab this BG changer and paste it in over here because I want to change to a different color for the ship part. I think I might try red, but as you can see the transition is kind of brown because they're complementary colors, which you kind of want to avoid. You can see it better here. So I'm going to change it to a purple color. And now you can see it transition better. Now I'm going to play around with the move trigger with this little platform. You can change what moves by changing the target group ID to the same as the blocks group. I'm going to make it move down 20 blocks, or 20 units, which is equal to 2 blocks. You can see that in action here, but it looks pretty bland right now, and it's happening a little off screen. So I'm going to move it closer, so it'll happen closer to it. And I'm going to change the easing, which changes the animation of it. There's many different versions, but I chose bounce out, which makes it look like it's a bouncy ball, I guess. Now, since I like this, I'm going to copy it over somewhere else. Right about here looks good. Make sure to move it up 2 blocks. And the regroup button makes it so you can use the same effect, but with different IDs. As you can see, they're all group 2 now instead of group 1. If they're both group 1, they'd both go down 4 blocks over time, which would not work out well. I'm going to reuse this platform and rotate it a bit. Since it's an uneven number, I'm going to have to move it down by half. I'm giving it a new group of 3. Now I'm going to add a key item and a move item or trigger. I'm going to make this move to group 3, which is the wall I just put in place, and move it down 5 blocks. And I'm going to make it touch trigger, so when you grab the key / trigger, they'll both activate and it'll go down. You can see that here. It doesn't when I don't grab it, and it does when I do. So you can see the other movements I've done. Now, since I want it to pulse every time I jump, I'm going to copy over the pulse. But since you can also not jump, I'm going to make them spawn triggered. To do this, I'm going to give it a group, which is 4, and edit object and make it spawn triggered. Now I'm going to grab the spawn trigger, edit it, and make it touch triggered and activate group 4, which will play the pulse when I go on it. But since it's a little too close to the ground, you can't see it because it'll play either way because it's too close. Now I'm going to move it so it only plays when you jump. Preview of the level so far. Now I want it to disappear while it's going down, so I'm going to add an alpha trigger, make it touch trigger, activate the group, and make the opacity go all the way down so it's invisible. Give it a little time, and now you can barely see it because it's too long. So I'm going to move it closer, and yeah, still can't see it because the duration is too long compared to the move trigger. Accidentally selected all of them. Now I've got it. Now I'm going to shorten the time. This way you can see it more. This is the final showcase of the level. And watch part 3 to learn how to get some basic deco in.